Hey there. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Um, I wanted to come on because the time has come. It's the new year, and so I need to use my start planning how I'm going to use. I should have planned a long time ago, but how I'm going to use my Sarah Renee Clark planner. So I figured I'd just do it live. So I'm going to be kind of random because yeah. Um, This is the box that it comes in. I don't know if I can lift it. Can I lift this without any problem? It's a big bag. It's a really nice box. It's beautiful, really beautiful. Uh, I'm bad at this kind of thing. I suck at cameras of all kinds. I run from cameras of all kinds, so forgive me. But I'm still trying to get my, it's an ongoing thing, trying to get my whole situation here set up with the cameras and things. But this is the box that it came in. Okay. Um, and so, yeah, definitely something to reuse unless I keep putting it back in this box, which that's a possibility I might do, at least for a little while. Um, I had a video where I actually did the opening of it when I received it, which you can find in my playlist. And when I edit this video, put in the tags and things, I will put in the link to that video. Hey, Bubbles! Happy New Year's Eve! Happy New Year's if you're in the UK. What is it, time already? What time is it? Is it 8 o'clock yet? No, it's not time yet there either. I don't think. They got an hour, a half an hour. Which I kind of wanted to watch it, but, I guess I'm not gonna if I'm gonna be on here, depending on how long I'm on. But anyway, so this is the planner. It's got these two, um, bookmark ribbons in there. It's hard cover. This beautiful brass colored spiral. Just gorgeous. She did a wonderful job with this. I was very pleased with this. Oops, something just fell. I had a crazy day. My day got thwarted. Um, so messed up. So I didn't get to do anything that I had planned on doing. I was organizing, cleaning, baking that I wanted to do. I didn't get to do any of that. But anyway, um, so I have to plan how I'm going to use this in 2025. That's what I got to do. So I'm going to figure that out live, and maybe you can give me some suggestions. So every page has something that it can be colored on it, which is cool, of course. What do we have here? Okay, so place to put notes. 2025 at a glance. More little things to color in here. These flowers. Aww. More things here to color. I guess I could do some of these tonight. I actually was working in. It's interesting because her planner is made similar to this devotional coloring book. It's got the hardcover, and yeah, and the thing on here. Kind of like the design. But I was working in here on today on some things things I normally would not color, but I I started working on this today, and I was actually using my Color It markers that are gosh, I don't know, they might be 20 years old, these things. I've had to soak some of them in warm water to reactivate some of them. I just shook them, I did this with it really hard, and it actually started them, and they were working really well. Um, what happened? I started smearing this beautiful green on here, and that was kind of aggravating me, but it's because I wasn't waiting for it to dry. Oops. But yeah, so And I'm thinking with some of these images, I probably will need to use things like, what do we call them? Gel pens in it because they're kind of small. So I'm getting my practice in on my tiny coloring. So that's going on. Are you working tonight, Bubbles? I like these images. So as I hit my yearly goals, what do I want to achieve? I always have a hard time planning things like that. I take things as they come, kind of, sort of, or I think too fast to be able to like stop and write things down. But personal goals. What do I want to achieve? Personal health, family, my motivation, my steps. I don't know how much of any of that I'm going to be doing, but filling those in. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to kind of approach this prayerfully and see what happens. Blank page there. And I could probably always, like, if I wanted to, I could make copies of these pages. If I wanted, I don't know, for whatever reason. So this is January, which is tomorrow. Ooh, one of my favorite things to color, buttons. So I got a coloring page here. Yay! So I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then this is the month. The month has leaves. Sorry. Teeth are moving. I'm talking weird lately since the other day. Up here it should have snow. I might have to add snow to them. We're supposed to get a storm starting Wednesday, tomorrow. Tomorrow to Sunday. And it's looking, I don't know, it's looking like we're going to get really hit. So, normal regulation winter kind of thing. But, it looks like it's going to be probably like at least a foot, with the possibility of that whole lake effect band doing that little bounce. Let's call it the bounce, where it goes up and down. Sometimes it goes above the lake. Sometimes it goes way south of the lake, below us. Sometimes it goes right at us. We never can quite tell. I don't know. It has a mind of its own. It does what it wants. Depends on all those atmospheric things, and it makes forecasting the weather in the area that I live difficult, because it's almost like it's a microclimate too because of the lake. So I got a planner from Sarah Renee Clark. I bought it earlier this year. And so now is the time. It's for 2025. So starts tomorrow. And I think she also has downloads on her page for calendars, like to just download the month or whatever. And I think sometimes some of them are free. So you might want to check out her page. I'll have to put the link to her website on in my description too. She had a smaller one too, I think, but I liked the big one. So I want a big one. So I don't know quite what I'm gonna do with this besides coloring it, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try to. And I think part of this is gonna be me practicing with doing things like junk journaling and things like that. To get my mind in that place. Did I say hi, Taylor? I don't even remember. This day has been weird. It's been a weird day. I didn't accomplish things I wanted to accomplish, and that kind of makes me kind of like when it gets to evening, it's like, well, what the heck? Now I can't do it now. I can't do all that now. But whatever. Anyway. Down here it has projects and tasks. I could use that. I'm thinking of using this planner just for anything to do with coloring, sketching, drawing, etc. And that's it. Okay, cool. Ah, okay. Um, yeah, so I'm thinking if I keep it just for that, I probably will, I don't know. It'll have me in one mindset. I won't be trying to apply several things that I do in one planner, but I can just use this just for coloring and art, maybe. I don't know. And thinking of it that way, I can definitely fill out the beginning of this. Um, my yearly goals. And basically I may change these categories just to like sketching, coloring, and other stuff. So and they actually have 2 pages of that. One side has personal health, family, the other has friendships, career, learning. So yeah, so I think I can do that. And then I can track what I've learned and what I plan to learn and do regarding all these, all these things. Using the gouaches, that's one of my goals for 2025, to learn how to use the gouache, to start using it and learn how to use it. Also with watercolors, to start using those more, learning how to use them. Um, the junk journaling is something that I want to use, and then the little things about that. There's different techniques and things that I need to learn within that. So, like breaking that down. Um, right now, for me, it's kind of like just to start. So, yes, I can do that. So that's what I'm going to do for my yearly goals. It's all going to be art stuff in here. Okay, so January. I love coloring buttons. I love coloring. I love painting or like using, if it's a marker with a paintbrush, with a with a brush tip. Yeah, I love doing buttons because you can do that swirl with the brush, and it kind of like with painting. Why I like coloring grapes and apples. I love coloring anything, painting anything that's round. There's something about it that just is fun. Yeah, I have another planner that I use for like work stuff, and it's smaller, compact, and carry it with me, and it doesn't have dates in it. I need that to not have dates in it, because some months I just don't plan it. I just like do stuff, but that's the one I use for, I use that one for work. Um, but yeah, I actually have a shelf where I can put this planner now right in front of me. My husband put together that other riser that I bought, but I have to figure out where to put it on my desk. That's one of the things that I needed to do like today, or at least get ready to do later this week. And I wasn't able to get to that because I have to decide which side of my desk to put it on, because even though I decided to I got it to put under my printer because that's what it is, a riser for a printer. But now, because I like so much having the whatever we call it, dual monitor, double wide monitor screen or whatever, for my two of my hard drives, and I love it so much having this shelf in front of me. I kind of wanted to put it underneath my all-in-one computer, so I'd have more room to put things underneath it and get stuff off of the surface of my desk, like all these pencils on the side. But I don't know if it's gonna fit. I don't know if that riser is too wide for me to do that, because I have the all-in-one set at an angle. So like my other one is like this, and then this one's at an angle at the side of my desk. And I don't know how that's gonna work with me putting that riser up there. So that's a whole bunch of stuff I gotta think about. So are you saying, oh, you woke up with a headache? I'm sorry. I use that, what is it, Clever something? They sell them on Amazon. It's called Clever something. I can't remember what it's called. That's the planner that I use for work. Um, and I like it. But yeah, I hope you feel better, Bubbles. So that's that's Bubbles' nickname now, the bougie colorist. um, yes, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So this is kind of nice because it'll help me plan. Like maybe I would actually plan my videos. That would be a miracle. Um, and plan what I'm going to work on for the month, kind of. Although, like, I better do that in pencil because, like, I'm just going to do what I want whenever I want. Like, planning, and coloring with me doesn't work too well. Mostly because I just do it to relax. So it's like I'm not trying to do nothing but relax. That's it. So whatever's going to relax me at the moment, I'm going to pull it out. But it may help me keep track of some things. Like when I want to use certain materials. Like to think about when do I want to break out with the Himi gouache? Kind of like as soon as possible, but then that ain't working too well because I'm trying to organize my desk to make room for doing that. Because in a way, I almost feel like once I start with those gouaches, I have a feeling I'm going to get addicted to it. I really do. And so I need to be prepared to have a steady, standard, easy setup for that. And the watercolors. I would use watercolors more maybe if I had the designated space on my desk for it. So, yeah. So, I guess that's it. Well, okay, what else is in here? Okay, how much is in there for 1 month? Oh, wow. There's more January. Another January. I want to see how long this is. That's still January. Okay, because these are individualized, kind of like week by week, is it? That's really cool. I mean, I know a lot of planners are arranged that way, but you can tell how much I pay attention to my planners. Not much. Okay, so there's a lot. This is all January. All of this is January. I'm also thinking I could sketch in here too, to be honest. So then this one, reflection. It's always nice to stop and reflect. So this might force me to stop and reflect. I love the bees on the page. Um, this month's progress on my goals for the year. The lessons I learned this month. The things I'd like to improve next month. I'd like to do more. I'd like to do less. Things I'm thankful for. And then this site has January memories, the moments I want to remember. That's cute. I feel like this book really has Sarah Renee Clark's heart in it. She's such a sweet person. And another blank page. Child, it happens. You and Bubbles got me started. Then I started watching more people, watching Jean, watching Deb, watching Martha, watching every time I was Southern Belle, when she would be in my chat and she would see me doing something and then she'd mention something and I'd be like, "Ooh, what's that?" Because she would say like, "Oh, you could use," and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" Immediately, like, went out and buy it. I bought all those Jasmine Beckett Griffith coloring books after seeing her coloring in one. Child, just like that's what happens. But 2025, my goal is, and you know what, that's one goal I can write in here, is that I'm going to use what I have. Use everything I have. And maybe what I should do is make a list of everything that I have. Um, and then kind of check off when did I use it, or set my goals for the month according to what's on that list that I have or haven't used yet, because I want to use what I have. That's one reason I started using these Color It markers that I've had for, I don't know, I think they're 20 years old or something like that, because why is that in there? Oh, I know why, because I was wiping off the tips of them. um because I have them and I haven't really used them. Well, when I pulled out a couple one time when I started, with the coloring books, and they didn't work, I kind of gave up on them, and then I found out along the way of what you can do to get them started, that they're not really dead. You just gotta, you know, get them going. So that's one goal I have, is to use up my Color It markers. I actually started on that today, and I'm using them. I've designated them specifically to use in this coloring book, because so many things in here are tiny, like these. Um, the one page I started working on, this one is like really tiny. You can only use a gel pen basically with these. I did use pencil in here, but mostly you need gel pens. You need something with a tiny tip. So let me see what you got. Ooh, I don't like the chat on there. I gotta look at the regular one. Okay. She said you didn't buy any from Japan. I went on that Amazon Japan site when Bubbles had told me about getting a whole binds on there. All that got me was scared. I was like, I need to get out of here. But I went on it a few times though. Yeah, I have them. They're actually sitting over on the other side there. Um, and I like the fact that they're heavy, because the consistency when I see people working with them, it reminds me of oil paint. Um, and I also have a set, which like is probably too big to show on camera. I have a set of um like I think they're medium or heavy bodied acrylic paint that I've never opened. At the time, I was going to like try to do some painting at my desk. That was when I lost my space to do my oil painting in the house. And so I thought I was going to do that, and then I just never got to it. So, and I'm thinking, I mean, basically with medium, you can change the consistency of those paints. Okay, I don't know how much you can, because I don't really know the properties of acrylic paint that much, but I'm going to be playing with it so that I can possibly even use those in coloring books, because I want to use up what I have. So, um, so that's one thing. I want to use up my Color It markers. All the markers that I've had, like what that I bought when I was just first learning about this whole coloring book thing, um, I want to use them up. Um, and I kind of want to use them before I use my good stuff. But then I'm also going to save, what I know to be the good stuff for the higher quality coloring books. So like that Jasmine Griffith, Beckett Griffith books. I actually was thinking that's probably what I'm going to wind up using these Artezas in, is that book. Um, the gouache too. Once I learn how to use it, I'm going to wind up using in those books. Maybe also using watercolors in those books, because that paper can take it. It's really, really, really good paper. Um, what else? Yeah, so that's kind of my plan. So I have like Sue color, um, brush pens. I've got generic, I don't know, some generic brand of um alcohol markers. I can't get any more. I can't get another set of alcohol markers until I have used up that set. That might take a while, but um I need to use them and I need to learn how to use them. So that's another goal that I have for this year. I don't know. Maybe I should be writing this down. I don't know. I gotta get it straight in my head. I don't think my head's together enough for me to write it in here nice. Plus, I gotta figure out. I need a special pen to write in here with. Not necessarily. You really don't. Um, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow. Just sit down and write down all those things. If I don't do it tonight, and then figure out, a plan for how I'm gonna tackle that. But I noticed one of my problems with the alcohol markers was that I actually wanted to use them today in this book, the devotional coloring book. But the fact that they bleed through is like, nah, I can't. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's what I don't like about them. Um, because a lot of books aren't one side doesn't have one side, images or whatever. So I don't. I have to figure out a way to deal with that. So, does he like to see you paint? You said your little son paints when he sees me. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's good. You can paint together. But yeah. So I have to figure out something about the alcohol markers, like where to use them. I suppose I can use them in PDFs, but I don't know. Aesthetically, I don't know how that really. I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. I think with some of the images that I see that I have PDFs for, but I'm gonna have to try that out. So that's another goal for me is to figure out what I can use those alcohol markers for that really does like that's it. It suits them. Um, yeah. So I do like the bold coloring pages. The what do you call it? Big and bold or whatever. They work nice in those, but you have to make sure it's one that has one-sided pages. That's the only other thing. And sometimes the paper is thinner in those books, so you gotta, it's almost like one pass, one or two passes. That's it. You don't want to keep going over and over and over it. That will help me get better at making every mark count. That'll help me get better with technique. Hey, Mandy. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year, Taylor. I don't know if I said that to you either. Sorry, my brain is fried. I just ran a tub of hot water. Um, I had to run it twice because, like, I didn't even think of that. Because, like, when I ran it the first time, I guess whatever, I don't know, it was gross. Kind of gunk, whatever was in there from, I don't know when, came out with the water. Okay, like, that grossed me out. And it's like, well, I guess I'm not taking a bath tonight. So I had to let that water out, clean the tub again, and then I ran some more water. And then I'm just kind of like, I think the thrill is gone now. It's like, I'll just take a shower. I don't know. It's just, ugh. That's how everything has been today. It's just been like really weird. Um, who doesn't get lower than 300? What doesn't get lower than $300? The whole binds, you mean? Or yeah, I'm kind of not. I'm. I think I'm a ways from whole buying, from needing them, even from needing another pencil set. I think I am. I don't and skill set and what I'm doing and all of that. I think I can wait until the price comes down. unless I go to Japan and then I can buy a set there. I don't know. I wasn't planning a trip to Japan, but like, I mean, I wouldn't say no to a trip to Japan. I'll probably spend my whole time at the noodle houses. That's probably where I'll be. But anyway, um, so this is the planner. This is, let's see. You can see this. Can we get closer? I don't know what my screen is like here. Hold on. Let me close this. This chat is so weird on the screen. It's kind of strange how it's showing to me. I don't know why. Okay, why is my... Hold on one second. I gotta fix something. The taskbar is taking up space. That'll help. Okay, full screen. Then, if I do this full screen, can I still see the... Oh, I can still see it. Ooh. I never did that before. Okay. But I can't chat, though. Well, I don't have to chat. No, I can't really see the whole thing that way either. That's just weird. Why is that? I feel like something changed. Okay. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is one of the many pencils I need to get off the desk. So these are the tabs. Can't do that right. The tabs that it has in there for each month. And then, of course, it's got the ribbons on the bottom for... It's got two ribbons. Oh, get out the way. Too much stuff. So I'm going to do... I'm going to use one. Put it up here. So this is the title page. Okay. 2025 at a glance. Let's put this other one into January. My yearly goals. We'll put it into January. Let's see, where's that other page? So maybe plan and actual. Maybe that's how I can do it. This would be the plan for what to do. This will be the actual that I do. I don't know. And I am thinking about drawing in this planner only because, I mean, I know people do stickers, but there's something in me that feels like I don't like the idea of stickers because I feel like they're like environmentally irresponsible. And I feel like I should just draw. And that will teach me how to draw tiny, you know? And like also give me some, drawing practice at the same time. Where did this come from? Where was it? It came all the way out. Maybe I'll put this into this side, this one. So I think that's one thing that I'm going to do with this is just like with, a marker or whatever, draw something that I think represents that day or something like that, or whatever. Just to be practice in drawing, every day or every week or whatever, an additional practice. Still need to decide what my sketchbook for this year is going to be because I'm just going to start a new one. I'm almost done in the one that I was working in, which was one that like I've had for years, and then I just started adding on doing the 100 days of sketching in it. So it's almost finished, and I'll still use it for things, but I want to start like a new one and be more intentional. I love this button page. I could use my my old Arteza markers on this, actually. Yeah, see, you can't use alcohol markers on this either because it's going to bleed through. That kind of sucks. Hmm. So anyway, so now I think I'm just going to color. I'll start writing in this tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do it on, you know, on a live because I won't be able to think. So do I want to finish doing this? I did some more work on this morning, and I used these markers that I really can't seem to stop using. I really do like them. They're like no name acrylic paint markers. I used the beige in this and went over covered lines that they had in there. I did some things inside there with this. Um, yeah, I like this page. I think I'm done with it. I like how it turned out. I probably should like date it or something. We date it 12/30/24 in the corner. Oh, you can't even see it. I have to set up my. I still have to try the setup like with my iPad. Um, I kind of don't want to use my phone in the. This is the. I can actually show it. I think I can. Can I? Without too much trouble? Maybe not. No, let's just leave it. Um, I think I can use. I could use my phone, but I don't want to. I don't know. Plus, my other phone, it overheats, and then I got to use the third party app and all that stuff with it, and that's just too aggravating. And then I notice, I don't know why, but the screen, when it shows up on Restream, it's always like a vertical image, and it doesn't, I don't like that. I do not find that aesthetically pleasing. So, I like having the wide image. So I'm gonna try my using my iPad and see what happens. But I'm not ready for that yet. I just don't feel like dealing with the technical stuff. As I'm still trying to get together my desk, I still have to get my Hannah Carlson book out, and I got a lot of stuff going on. Plus, I'm planning for the end of January when I get back to work. I'm doing all the planning and stuff for that, and making up documents and all these other kinds of things. So I got a lot going on. Um, do I want to keep coloring in this? I could keep coloring in this one. I stopped coloring in this one because I had to heat up more water to like get some of the markers to chill. Not to actually do the opposite, to warm up and have stuff come out. It's a shame that I can't use markers on these because this paper is nice and heavy. I can't use alcohol markers. I think I'm done with the tiny coloring. Plus, I got that stuff wet and it started smearing. I don't feel like doing tiny coloring right now. Let's get something else. I can get my crayons. Where's my doggy book? Not that I need to be looking at doggies. I swear that set off a whole thing for me. And I started looking at dogs and cats online. Oh, I know what I could do. The color in Foxy's book. Kind of want to finish the Husky, but I'm going to be thinking too hard about getting the colors right. I don't feel like doing that kind of thinking. I need to chill a little bit. Ooh, got too many books in there, I think. So let's do soothing spaces. I need some soothing today. I really do. After the day. Where did I leave off in here? I can use my crayons. My crayons! Oh, I could do the background on this. It needs a background. Here's a kitty! Let's use background on this guy. Yes, I could use alcohol markers in this book. This I did with acrylic markers. I think I used the Tan Mitt acrylic markers. Oh, let's put this on my desk. What a mess. So I'm going to use my new Bic crayons that I may never see again in my lifetime for like how long they took to get here. I don't know why it didn't fit back in the thing like they did the first time. I don't know why. Oh, now it flattened out a little bit. Okay. They got a gold, they got a brown. I don't know. I think I have the right color for the background of this. Let me do another page because I don't want to mess that up because I like that the way it is. That's probably a marker page. How far? Let's see. What do I have to do to get to my markers? Let me see. I do have these. I could use these. The cool thing with these is when I use up the pens, I got a nice case for more pencils. Yeah, I think I'm going to use these. Do I have one I can do on that other page? And I need paper to test. Of course. No, I can't use that. I hope the rest of my week is more productive because today really did aggravate me. I really do want to use alcohol marker. Let's go to this one. We'll do a mix. I know I'm having a problem deciding. I can't help it. I got issues. I love this page. This chair. I need to color the chair. I love these crayons. Here's my Crayolas. They're right there. What's this? I arranged the crayons in my box so that the colors were like all like together. I don't like having to fish for them. That bugs me. Ooh. It's baby poop brown. That's what I call that color. I wonder if I can blend this without using the crayon. Only because, you know, I have a blender. Where did I put it? Where do I have? I put so many things away. Oh. Let's see if I have a blender in here. Oh, look. Q-tips. That'll work. Anything else? More Q-tip. Okay. Let me take out one. And while I'm in here, I know I should empty these, but for now I'm just going to stick them in here. Let me put this one in the holster. Which way does it go in? Which way? Can't tell. A little bit hard with that paper in there. You know what? I'm going to take the paper out. Just because I can't. I think that's all I can fit in there. Oops, that doesn't fit. Okay. There you go. Love how that blends on there. I'll have to try the Crayolas together to see if they blend with each other as well as they blend with these Bic crayons. I would think they would. I also kind of want to try the Bic crayons with water because they are, these are the washable ones. And so I wonder, like, you can kind of use them almost like kind of watercolor pencils. Hey, Ivy Pearl. Happy New Year's. Oh, did I want to do the inside that color? Oops. I guess we are doing the inside that color. Too late now. Can't take it back. Okay, so where is... I guess it's... So I went in and I just played just a little bit of Seasons today. When I looked on there, it said I just played it one other day, and that was like Sunday. It said I played 6 hours, but I don't think I actually played 6 hours. I think I had it open, but I wasn't playing it. I think maybe I was playing it for 2 hours, not 6. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I played it. I could have been in there longer than I thought. I don't know. I do really like that game. And I'm starting to understand it more. Like you have a scrapbook where you're supposed to keep, the things that you find, like memories. Because the I guess one big thing about the story, the narrative, is about memories. Because she wears, in the beginning of the story, you have to the mother creates a pendant that the daughter has to choose different objects to put in there that represent a memory, something that she wants to take with her when she, as a memory when she goes out into this strange place. And oops, I didn't mean to put my Q-tips in the crayons. And yeah, so you have the scrapbook, and you have to have a certain number of things, I guess, in the scrapbook. And then it will unlock certain things about the story. And the story is like, I don't know how many variations are built into it, but like depending on what you do, the story will progress in a particular way. It won't always progress the same way no matter what you do, which I find interesting. And it makes it something, that you would go back to and play again and again and again to see what happens the next time. I don't think I've ever played a game like that before. So I finally figured out today there's like a particular icon or image that shows up that shows that you haven't unlocked the thing you need to unlock before you can, before a particular action will allow you to progress. I finally figured that out today, that's what that was, that meant I had to like collect more memories and maybe even collect a particular memory to put in my scrapbook, or keepsake or whatever, to put in my scrapbook. So once I figured that out, and like I had already like ran through that whole particular area, and I wasn't in the mood to go and like retrace my steps. So I was like, okay, I'm done for today. And I think, I don't know, that might have been like an hour that I played. I need something where I can pace myself like that and find a way to, like, a good place to pause. Because I'm really not going to have a lot of time coming up and by the end of January. So if I'm going to continue to play, I got to pace my game playing by something. And so that'll give me a way to do it. But I do really like the game. It was hard on Sunday because, like, when you get at one part when I got at one part leaving home, and it was nice and pretty and everything, but then you got to this one part, and there like was some kind of war, like spoilers. If you're ever going to play this game, I'm probably going to be giving spoilers of some kind, but um, so like after you get past the initial um point where you've left the town that she's from and the city that she's from, and then you get into the rest of the world, there was some kind of war that took place, and stuff was kind of tore up and everything. And it was just raining, and it just never stopped raining. And the whole image of everything was really, dark on the screen and everything. Oh my God, I just wanted it to stop raining. It was just so dark and dreary. It was kind of depressing. And then I couldn't find out how to get out of there because it's like, well, I did this, and this is an opening to go through, but it's not letting me go through what's going on. And it was one of those things where I didn't realize there was one other thing I needed to unlock along the way that I hadn't unlocked. And that's why it wasn't letting me go through and have anything change. So I was so relieved when I got out of that rain. I was like, oh my God. It was late and it was dark outside like that too. So it was like, oh brother, I need to get out of here. But now I'm in the sunshine. And I'm at a point where, like, in this town that's kind of weird, it's like, it's weird. There's people there that are called people or persons who's called, is it gray men or something like that? And they're kind of like, dressed kind of like police officers or whatever, or security guards, but not sure if there's really only one of them and he's trying to make it look like there's more of him, or kind of a Wizard of Oz kind of thing, or if there are many of them, because so far, like, I've only met one person, one gray man or whatever they're called, gray coat, whatever, and everything else, every other gray coat that's been there has just been cardboard. And so in the scrapbook, you keep collecting um, clues, basically. And she's figuring out, what's going on. You're figuring out what's going on as she, like, interacts with different things in the game. And you collect those clues and put them in the scrapbook. So, and you take videos, photographs, collect items that it allows you to pick up, and post them in the scrapbook. So I'm getting used to, like, doing that and trying to figure out what to put there. You can delete some things from there, and But yeah, I'm just getting kind of the hang of it. Like, oh, I need to do this, this, and this. So farm together too. Yeah, I do good at farming games because I play like that Hedgies and Hedgies by Red Spell. I play that game and it's just like kind of a little farming game that has other things in it. I thought about streaming it sometimes. It's a really cute. I really really love the graphics in the game, and I think that's the thing that got me playing it and got me hooked on it. Are the characters, how their characters are drawn. Yeah, I need something that like it won't matter if I don't know. It won't. Well, I don't miss a day really. Like not with the Hedgies game. I don't. I'm always on there. I collect my stuff and everything. But yeah, I need something like more casual, less intense, a little more deliberate, and where I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird, like how certain games really you're attracted to certain games and maybe not so much to others. I don't know what makes that happen. But I don't know if I want it to be brown or not, but it seems like it needs to be, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna. So that Hedges game is the one like I can play in between, like if I need just a short break in between working on stuff. I can just click on that and I just leave it on, and every once in a while I'll go in and do something else, then do this, then do that. And it's like no fuss, no muss. And all the characters and the images and things are cute. But somebody was on my live, what, Sunday? From Twitch, which like actually I have Twitch showing on here now. Actually, I set it up so it would do that. Um, who was asking me about streaming games, and I thought, I wonder if I could stream Hedgies. I could probably do that. And that's another technical thing I got to figure out. But I really do like the game. It's cute. And they have little contests. They have what's it called? Because it's going on now. Um, they have two different. Well, they have sometimes they have like a special land or something that opens up for that happens like around holidays. And they have one that's going now. So I'm doing that, and there's like 4 days left, and you get extra energy and stuff just for your regular game when you play that. Um, I wish I could share the link, but I don't know how to do that. The characters are so freaking cute. They're adorable. And I like just how all the images are in there. They remind me of I don't know. And they probably don't really look like that, but to me they remind me of Woody Woodpecker cartoons from like that were out in like the I don't know, 40s or 50s. They were in color. It kind of reminds me of those kind of images, except they're like kind of shorter and squatter, kind of rounder. I mean, I used to play games like what, like I played Farmville, and then that other one, Gardenscapes. I did that too. Um, and I just stopped playing it. Sometimes I hate when they have as you progress, the place gets so crowded that it's just not aesthetically pleasing. But then they force you to keep those things in the game because you get particular kinds of points for having them there. And if you remove that stuff, even if you put them in storage, you lose those points and you can't do certain things. But I hate the clutter. Ugh, it drives me nuts. Okay, we might do marker over that. Animal Crossing. I'll have to look that up. Then I play this other game that's almost like, it's kind of like Tetris. I play it on my phone. And I don't play it every day though. So I play a lot of games actually. Really, honestly. Um then I have Toon Blast on my phone, and I'm up to like level 4,000 something. I don't know. I didn't play it for a long time, for like a year, and went back, and I had like all they had all these gifts and points and everything from free lives and everything from not having been there, but the team kept winning stuff, so still on the team. I don't even know if the original people who made the team are there, but there's people there. Play that and play. I can't remember what that Tetris like game is, but it's kind of cool. I used to play MMORPGs a lot, like back in 2007, 2009, up until probably about 2012. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have a Switch. And I probably won't have one because I don't want anything tiny. I don't, no tiny things. Because I read a lot and stuff, it's like I'm always like, I save my eyes for that stuff. Um, what was that game? There's one game on my phone that I really liked, and I kind of liked the team and everything, and we had a lot of fun. I played that like 2000. I think I stopped playing. It was a relatively new game at the time called Empire and Puzzles. I really liked it because I liked the variety of things in the gameplay, and it had like had dragons and things like that. I stopped playing because I don't know. Some of the people in it, they started to seem kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Like, it almost felt like it was like a husband and wife team, and I don't know. I felt like the husband was kind of controlling, like in real life, and I was just kind of feeling kind of like, am I like actually party to like somebody being in an abusive relationship or something? I don't know. It was really kind of weird, and then I just stopped playing. But I really liked it because it was a combination of various different games all put together. So, um, I use all kinds. I use right now lately what I've been using. Um, well, today I used one Derwent ChromaFlow. It's purple that was left over on my desk. um, I've been using Prismacolors and Polychromos, and actually I use Colors. Um, I have a lot of sets, so it kind of depends on what I'm coloring in, and it also depends what's left over on my desk from whatever I was coloring in. But those are the three that I've been using the most lately: the Prismacolors, Polychromos, and the Colors. And then I have Brute Fooners that were like maybe the second big set of pencils I bought that I still have. I still use those. Um, I have Blick Studio pencils that I probably will never buy again, but they are good for some things and they're good on some paper. Um, Yeah, I gotta say I am sold on the polychromos pencils. I am. Um, I think they're like um, a good like kind of all-purpose pencil. They don't smudge like Prismacolors do, but they blend well. Um, I think they're a nice kind of I do think I like to use kind of a harder pencil in conjunction with them too sometimes, but I haven't really thought about how they're hard in softness. They seem like they're a good in between, I guess. But yeah, the polychromos, I think I'm going to be using those for a long time to come because they're just like a good all around pencil. But I always like to have a soft pencil and a hard pencil like to use together. So whether that's using, I have Crayolas. I like Crayola pencils, and when I need a really hard pencil, I will pull out those Crayolas because they will do it. Um, I pull out the Brute Fooners because they have a nice, especially if you have them sharpen them to a point. They work well as kind of a combination between a hard and waxy pencil, but also kind of soft. Um, I like the colors for that reason too, although I think they're probably harder than the Brute Fooners. Um, I do have the Derwent Light Fast color pencils. I have some of those, and I don't know that I'm at a point where I would want a full set of them. Um, they're really soft, and I feel like they're kind of made to work with the other pencil that Derwent has. The color, I think they're called Color Fast, and I think those are hard, while the Light Fast are soft. So I could see where those probably work really well together. The price is just too prohibitive for me. Prohibit. I don't know if I said that word right. They cost. They're too high. They cost too much money. They cost too much money for what I do with them. So if I were doing things like portraits and whatever, like I don't know how to do any of that. Um, but if I were doing that, actually making artwork with them, it's a possibility that I would actually get full sets of those. But that's not what I do. Hey, Maritza, haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to see you. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year, Mary Jo, and Chloe. Um, Yeah, I'm thinking chromaflows. I mean, not chromaflows. I'm thinking polychromos. That's what I would suggest if you're trying to not you have a lot of pressure. Um, yeah, that's what I would suggest. Yeah, I don't want to have your hand hurting. That doesn't. No, I don't like the hand hurting thing at all. I actually feel like I should have done the. That's even like that's one reason why I like these BIC crayons is because they don't make my hand hurt. I find that the Crayolas actually make my hand hurt, and I don't like for my hand to hurt. Is that because that's not the one I wanted to get out? I wanted to get out this one. What is this one? I think I wanted to get out this one for because of how I have to hold it. But these, I can hold them in the right in here, and then I don't get that pressure on my hand. I can hold it lightly, and like put it like you see. That's how I have it. I can't do that with this because it's too short or something. I have to hold it like this. And I have one of those things that like Crystal Foxy Colors was talking about. I've had it since childhood. It's actually gone down significantly, But that's a callus that I've had. I've had it since childhood from holding pencils and crayons. And it used to be a big hump, but it seems to have subsided. Maybe with the computer age, that's caught in me typing more instead of writing. I think by hand, longhand, it's subsided. Yeah, and see, already now with the crayon, I can feel it in my wrist. I can feel the pressure on there, and yeah, and I don't like that. So next week I have a dentist appointment, and I think I'm gonna actually go physically go to work. I'm gonna meet up with somebody who wants some help on some things, and I'm actually gonna get some help from him. I need some help on some things I'm gonna ask him about. He treat me to coffee or whatever. I don't know if we're gonna go into town or if we're gonna. He's pretty cool. He has a gorgeous black cat. Oh my gosh. That cat is beautiful. See, there I go talking about animals again. I don't know what I'm going to do. I actually dreamed last night. Remember, I was talking about like, I was looking out the window one day, the front window, and was saying, I wish a pregnant cat would show up at our doorstep. Who asked for that? But I actually dreamed that last night, that a pregnant cat had showed up on our doorstep and was, then in our house. And then somehow, like a rabbit showed up too. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't ask for a rabbit. But of course, I'll keep it. Like, this is like, oh Lord, not a whole nother learning curve for pets. Dogs, I know. Cats, I know. Rabbits? I only know about them being in the yard and me trying to keep the dogs away from them. That was like a lost cause. I just had to be on a don't ask, don't tell basis with all the dogs between my sister-in-law's dogs and our dog. It was like, don't tell me, don't show me no evidence, don't nothing, because like I will break down and cry and cry and cry. Don't want to know. I guess I'm still a city girl at heart. Bunnies are bunnies. And that is something that actually does keep me from, that's kind of how I dissuade myself from like, putting any pressure on to get a pet. It's like, no, but the wildlife in the yard is wildlifing. Wasn't able to do that with all our animals around, all our pets around. Yeah, it is. Oh, they're so adorable. I actually tried to save one, like in because my husband told me that once they get away from their mother, if they have the scent of a human on them, the mother won't take them back. And so I actually had, and I was trying to figure out. I had like what 3 cats in the house. I was trying to figure out a way to keep it safe from them, and it didn't work. That's all I can say. Ugh, I even hate thinking about it. Cutest little thing just fit in my hand. Just adorable. So say I don't know what any of this stuff is gonna look like. If you believe, I believe in eternity or whatever. New heaven, new earth. I don't know what's gonna look like, but I got a couple things on my list that I want. I want all the animals at my mansion, alright? It's like I want the lions, I want the panthers, I want the gators, I want them all to hang out. And the other thing I want is to be able to fly above like mountains and things and look at them. Mountains and icebergs and things, and to be able to just look at them and how like massive and beautiful they are. Like I don't know if those kind of things are gonna exist then. I mean I'm sure they could, but I don't know. Oh. I just want to see it all from up high. It's kind of like it feels kind of weird. Maybe I should blend a little bit. Rabbits, groundhog, possums, opossums, and raccoons. Yeah, I get scared of it. Oh, yeah, we had a raccoon one time that showed up at our front door, and I was like, "Uh oh!" In the daytime, yeah, that raccoon had to be rid of because we suspected for it to show up in the daytime, and it was. I mean, it was at our door. It was at our front door, and the screen of the front door. It was summertime, and it was hissing. I was like, "Oh, this is not a good sign." And we had everybody had pets, like between my sister-in-law and us, my neighbor across the street, neighbor down the road. It was like this thing can't be around with all our animals. We kind of have like our animals kind of roam free because we're out in the country. DEC wasn't helping. My husband had to take care of it. We didn't need to have any rabid pets. So I don't want to see a raccoon, and I particularly don't want to see a raccoon in the daytime. But I guess we have my husband said we have a mink in the yard, which is really cool. I didn't even know we would have such a thing, but he actually saw it. Um, and it had caught a mouse, which like, hey, that works for me. Can we have more minks? Because like whether you catch mice or voles. Oh my gosh, voles. I never even heard of such a thing until I came out here. And let me tell you, I was always doing battle with them things. Every time I would plant basil, they would just suck it right under the ground, into the ground and take it. But yeah, rabbits, possums, raccoons, we have foxes, we have coyotes actually, like which is really creepy because again, something else I never knew until I came out here that we would have such things. But when you hear them at night, oh my gosh, it's like a chill goes up my spine when they're howling. And when we had our other dog, the bigger one, the border collie German Shepherd mix, she just was like she was a wild thing, sweet as anything, but she was for the streets. She was a tough broad, and she would be outside when they were howling, and she would stand outside and like howl just to say like, I'm here, don't you come over here. I was really spoiled to have that dog. I really was. She took care of herself. She took care of herself and us and the other pets. And I don't know how she got that way. I have no idea how. I don't know. She was really smart. She would look both ways before she crossed the road. Like, we found out, like, people down the road, she would go in their house and hang out. We found out, like, she just was a really sweet dog. And just, I don't know, everybody loved her and loved on her. I don't know. She was something else. I would have been too terrified if I had been with her from the time she was a puppy. I would have been too terrified to let her like roam and all that kind of stuff. But so I don't even know like what her life was before I met her. By the time I met her, she was what, 7 years old, and she was already in her ways. She run behind the woods, in the woods behind the house. I heard that like, and then somebody told me, "Shh, don't tell anyone." But I guess she had almost like caught a deer, basically, chasing it through the woods. I guess if, they hear DEC hears that, like, they actually will, like, put your dog down or whatever. I didn't know that. Um, I don't know why, but I want to make this table red. She was something else. I think I kind of wouldn't mind having another border collie or a border collie mix. She was smart as a whip, man, but terrified, absolutely terrified of thunder. She would corral me into a corner when there was a thunderstorm. It was really weird. She'd corral me into a corner basically so I wouldn't leave her. It's like, oh, stay here. I was like, you wild thing, all the things you've been after and whatever and been into, and you're afraid of the thunder. But then I don't know what she saw either when she was in the woods, because like she might have been caught out in the woods sometime when there was a storm, and being in open spaces out here, she could have like seen lightning strike a tree right next to her or something. Yeah, that would scare me too. I'd probably corral somebody into a corner when it started storming too. So whenever it was, and she was like 75 pounds or something like that. She was like mostly hair. She had a really thick coat. Oh man, that's one thing I don't miss. Bless her heart. Oh my gosh, trying to get all of that undercoat out of her in the springtime was like, I would have like I can't even show it, huge piles of hair that I gotten out of her. And then finally, like, I decided, you know what, I need to like, I I know it might cost a penny, I don't know, but like I need to take her to be groomed because I can't. This is crazy. They might not have liked me for it, but we did pay them. So, but you could have made a coat out of what I took out of her. And I've heard of people actually doing that, which I didn't know. Like they would take, the hair that their dog had shed and clean it. They like put it through some kind of process, washing it and everything, and then they would spindle thread or yarn out of it. I don't know. Something about that seems kind of weird, but knowing how much hair, the piles of hair fur that I would get out of her, like, yeah, I could have made probably a few blankets and things out of it. She looked like a bear in the wintertime. That's exactly what she looked like. And I guess that's why she liked being outside so much because she was very toasty. She was not feeling any cold. Where's that broken one? I think that broken one is like, there it is. It's rolling away. We should get tape it or something. It's kind of amazing that only one of these broke, considering how long it took for them to get to me. I need to stop talking about cats and dogs. Good Lord. But this is the first winter that I'm going through that I don't have a fur baby. No fur babies. First time in 20, no, more than 20 years. Might be 30 years. First time in 30 years. I have no pets. And it's winter. And it's weird. I guess that's why I keep thinking about pets. What do you do with that? I wonder if it'll, well, even if I sharpen it, it's like, I don't know. It's weird. I'll figure something out. So we need more blue. Get some continuity. So I think I talked myself out of taking a bath now. Now that I'm like, maybe I need to like run more bath water to flush out the pipes. And just take a shower instead. Kind of feel like playing a little more of that game. See if I can get that last clue so I can get out of the entrance to this city. Because the point where I'm at, like I'm just at the beginning of the game, basically. The main character's left her hometown, and ventured out. Nobody ventures out of their hometown, so she was actually selected to be the one to go out and collect um, memories. Thank you. Um, and find out what was going on in the outside world. And so I've just, gotten out of that crazy, rainy, war torn wilderness thing and met my first other human being with that gray guy, the gray man or gray men or whatever. Um, and for some reason in the town, again, like spoilers, for some reason they are evacuating the town because um, they're about to break the dam that's holding back, the river or whatever, which is going to flood the city. And for some reason, they're breaking the dam because there's nobody who has a skill level who knows how to fix it. And they know it's old and it's going to wear down sometime when they don't know when. And so instead of waiting for it to break down sometime they don't know when and not have anybody to fix it, they're purposely going to bust up the dam. And so they're telling everybody they have to leave the city or whatever. So that's the part where I'm at. And she's in. So, like, basically, everybody has evacuated as far as I know right now. And she's there. The main character is there examining everything that's left. And, you know, walking around the town. She has like 24 hours or something like that to do that before they break the dam. So that's the point that I'm at. And I'm at the entrance, just getting into, at my first site within the city. So beyond the gate. So the game is called Seasons. And I play it on, I got it from Steam. I play it on Steam. I really like it. I like I don't know, I like the kind of storyline with it. I don't know, it's kind of, and then it's um, kind of philosophical in a way. And she rides this bike. She has a bike. And so she rides her bike through places. That's kind of cute. I need to get better at like getting her to go straight, even when she's walking. I don't seem to like. I'm getting better though. The good part is they don't let her fall off cliffs or anything, so it stops if it gets to any point where like you're actually gonna fall off. You just get stuck. You don't like die. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty color. I don't know how to put it back in the thing. You get it to. I wonder if I could tape it. If I had duct tape, that would work. I had duct tape actually held up a whole side view mirror on a car I had at one time. It held it up for like, I don't know, like 2 years. Duct tape is no joke. It's almost like this is missing. Oh, there it is. Okay. For now, we're going to use this. So my husband actually painted um, half of the bathroom today. That was what kind of changed my whole trajectory of my day. This morning I came up and I was gonna do some stuff and get dressed and whatever, and then he was painting the bathroom. I was like, if you're doing that, I can't do this. Oh jeez, run away. But that's good. Got that done. I don't know when he's gonna. I don't know. This is like a bad time of year for me to do stuff in the house in the area that like I take up the most time in the house. It's better to do it in the summer, but like I think I need one more. Don't you roll away. Stop rolling away. I did manage to season my chicken though. I did that. I did it in part this morning, but because I was doing really bad combination. Um, I was making waffles, and while they were in the waffle iron, I started with the chicken. I usually don't like to do that. That's like preparing food, preparing food while dealing with chicken. Like, no, because like I'm like bleach, bleach, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, everything you touch, corrupted, but like kind of was really trying to get a lot done at once. And I only got it partially seasoned. I had put in some. I washed them, the thighs and the breasts, and I cut up an onion and I put that on top. Put lemon juice in there on the chicken and shoved it in the fridge. And it's like I'll come back later and add the other seasonings to it. So I was able to do that. I did that later, like early afternoon actually. I went and did that because I wound up taking a nap because it's like I don't know what I can't do anything. I don't know what to do, and I just took a nap. I was tired. I took a nap. I think I was disgusted and tired, and I took a nap. So when I woke up, then I seasoned it the rest of the way. I feel like I want to blend that blue more, but I don't want to be too, you know, excessive with it. But I kind of want to, but I'm gonna try and chill with it. Okay, what else? What other colors? So tomorrow, fried chicken pieces because I just have boneless chicken, and I don't know why I did that like that. Maybe because it's so small. I don't feel like fussing with tiny. Actually, what I can do for tiny, it's an acrylic marker. It's kind of messy, huh? I need the crayon back in there. I don't know if I can dot it like that, though. I might need to use a marker for that, too. Purple. Purple. So I don't know. When I reorganize my space, I might actually be able to do something where I have like all my markers or something in one of those holders. I don't know. I don't want to, give myself false hope or anything, but I don't know. As I'm rearranging things, I'm kind of thinking about the possibilities of that kind of thing. I don't know why I'm making the wax yellow. Isn't it really kind of ivory? Oh well, it's yellow. Mm-hmm. What time is it? Ooh, it's 9:05. How long have I been on? Hour 38 minutes. Do you want more green? Let's use this green. I need to get all of my big and bold coloring books. I need to put them all together. And I need to have them readily accessible because those are the ones that I go to when I am just like, I just want to chill. I don't want to do anything intense. I don't feel like relaxing by blending, which is something that I do sometimes. Like I'll go in and take I seem to be doing that lately, like the past couple months. Like I just take a spot in a Kirby book and I just get like really obsessed with it, and I just kind of, I don't even know like how it's turning out, but I just keep, blending. But this is my other way of relaxing with these big and bold coloring books. I just want to start. I need to start using alcohol markers more and get my technique with them. So what am I going to use with that? What color haven't I used in any of these yet? Top purple. Hmm. Go anywhere with it. Let's make it 60s. We're going to use orange. In the 60s, they put orange and chartreuse together and everything. What's he doing? I hear my husband in the bathroom. Is he fiddling with the tub? Oh, I forgot. I was going to check. I wanted to make sure the water stayed in the tub and how long it stayed in the tub. I ran that second set of water in the bathtub like before I went live. And I'm supposed to go and check after a little bit, see what was up with it. Guess we changed our mind on that, unless he's doing that. Nice to see you, Mary Jo and Chloe. Thanks for being here. You have a good night. Yeah, red. I was thinking about red too. I might go over this with red actually, because I do have the table as red, so that would kind of bring that in together. So I think I may do that. Thank you for that suggestion. So I think we're going to make this video 2 hours, no more than 2 hours. Either when I feel like I've hit a spot where I can stop before 2 hours, which is like steadily approaching, or 2 hours even. Man, I wish these crayons were not so hard to come by. I wonder if like Ollie's might have these crayons. The Bic. So I'm thinking of kind of keeping it at the dollar store and Ollie's. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody were able to find some there. So, and I may actually check our Ollie's and see what crayons they have there. See what they got. See, I'm getting obsessed with crayons like I got obsessed with, and still am, with lavender pencils, color pencils. Probably if I used a regular Crayola, I could probably get a good blend. Maybe the red from here. Is this red? It's violet red. I don't want violet red. I want red red. Red red. Rose red. Yeah, that's what I want. Looks kind of Mexican. Remember when I went to Houston, and we went to Houston, and the places where they had like ceramics, people selling ceramics, kind of at the side of the road and stuff. And oh my gosh, I love containers, period. So when I saw all of those things, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to stop. And yeah, I came home with some stuff. I had one beautiful planter. It was like, man, it was probably about almost 36 inches wide or long or something. And was it like maybe 6 inches wide that I would put flowers in? That planter was beautiful. And I don't think it costs that much either. I feel like I need to blend that. I need let's see if I had my blenders out, but I have them away in a container. I don't feel like digging for them in my because I'm not at the final stage of organization. So like I put a lot of stuff away so that where I want them to be, the container I want them in, until as I get the other things around here in the same kind of situation. And then I'll figure out where in my room I want them to be so that they're easily accessible. So I'm only partway through the process, so trying to access them is not a thing right now. I just wonder if I need to use pencil to get in there. Oops. We went over. Oops. Yeah, I don't have a good point. I do have a sharpener though. I should probably use it. Definitely don't feel like going to bed yet, and that might be because I had that nap. Okay. I think I am going to stop here. That's what I think. Well, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this planter here. I might use a pencil or a gel pen in that because it's so narrow. I don't want to. Yeah, I want to see what my husband's up to because I'm wondering if something's up with the tub. Okay, that is it for moi. Thank you for joining me. I'll post a link in the description of this video for the Sarah Renee Clark Planner. And Happy New Year and have a good night. Bye-bye.